They call it the Stage 360. Now, Creative put this combination together. We have a soundbar, subwoofer, and handy-dandy remote control for a better audio experience for my video editing. Okay, so for the past couple of years, I've used a UE boom, and it's good, but it just doesn't have the full life, and especially when I'm doing more creative edits. In order to create a more immersive experience and really a more enjoyable experience while I'm here in my studio for hours upon hours every day. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox this, do a sound test compared to my previous UE boom, and see how much better audio we can get up in here in the studio. And I hope you'll enjoy this and it helps you with your purchasing decision. Now, if you're curious about the exact pricing and availability of this setup, you can head down in the description below, click that link. Now, if you do use that link to make a purchase, I may get a small commission, but at no extra cost to you. But of course, that's what keeps this channel alive and the helpful content coming your way. So first and foremost, get this bad boy unboxed, check out what it comes with, and then do a speaker and really a build quality assessment. That's why I like these unboxings, because you get my real raw first impressions of what I think of the equipment that comes into the studio here. First and foremost, looks like we have the subwoofer coming out. Not super heavy, which is actually kind of nice. Just did an unboxing of a PC build that weighed like, I feel like it was like over 50 pounds. It was crazy. Crazy heavy. So there is our subwoofer. Not bad. And then let's go ahead, pull out our owner's manual and power cables. And on the other side, looks like we have the remote control, and then our connectivity between the two speakers. Or that actually might be for the TV, if I'm not mistaken. If you were to hook this up to a TV for your full home theater experience. But this is going to be for video editing for me personally. Be free. All right. I like the size of this. So for me, I didn't want a huge, chunky soundbar. A lot of soundbars can be really big. Let me go ahead and snag a ruler really quick so you actually see like comparatively like how big this thing is. So I have my handy dandy T-square. And as you can see, it is about 23.5 inches long by about 3.5 inches tall. So it's a nice compact size, which will fit really nice along my desk. Might drop it just below my monitors up there, and we'll see how that sounds. So the cool thing is you can actually use this as an HDMI input and then connect it to your TV. So you can go HDMI in and then HDMI out to get the full audio through this system. So we have 3 HDMI ports, 2 HDMIs in, 1 HDMI out, which will go to your TV. You have your optical in, which will connect you to your TV as well, and then your service for the USB. You have your USB if you want to do like software updates or anything like that. And of course, have our power port, and then we have our sub out. That's going to connect us to our subwoofer. So it's a really nice setup, really simple, easy to use. You even have buttons on top of the system, so you don't have to just use the remote. One thing I hate about certain technology is if you lose the remote, you like can't use it. That drives me crazy. We bought, we didn't buy, but my son got like a little TV kit for when we have long road trips in our car. And if you lose the remote, you cannot use the TV. So we went on a trip like a year or so back, and we forgot the remote. And so he just couldn't use his TV. And it was like a 12-hour drive both ways. I felt horrible. He was such a trooper. Anyway, I like that they include a remote. Overall, the build quality is good. I wouldn't say it's like amazing. We do have an aluminum grill, but then we have just like kind of some basic plastic side paneling, which is good. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's good, especially at the lightness of the package. That's something I really like personally. It's a really nice compact package. Over on the subwoofer, we have feels like some like nice simple particle board. Nothing super fancy, like no mahogany finish on the side, but the build quality is done well. Everything's assembled nicely, good neat edges, nothing catchy. As you know on my channel, I always like to catch those catchy edges for you, but everything looks put together very well, and I'm really excited to get this thing tested out and hear how it sounds. So overall, build quality and the usability on the first impressions look really good. Let's get into using it and find out a little bit more. Now, I've been using the speaker for a number of days now, and I say it is great, crisp, clear sound. It's fantastic. I did music, listened to a bunch of podcasts, turned up some, rap music with some good bass. It was a good experience, good audio experience. Like, it's girthy. Now, one area I would say that at first I didn't really love was the bass. The bass felt a little on the weak side. I mean, now it's not a huge bass, so that's kind of understandable, but as I did some tweaking, I got some improved sound out of that. Now, here's a quick sample of the audio, and hopefully you can kind of hear some of that bass through. It's kind of hard because you don't have bass, so how do you hear bass? But I'm gonna give you an audio sample so you can hear how the speaker sounds, and I'm actually gonna compare it to my UE Boom, which I've been using previously here on the channel, so you can kind of get a perspective. And I'll even compare it to a laptop with good audio, so you can kind of hear a gamut of the scale on how good quality these speakers are if it's something you want to add to your studio or your home theater. So the build quality and the sound quality is great. The connectivity is solid. It's got a lot of good connectivity. We have 2 HDMIs in, 1 HDMI out. We have a quick hook into your TV, the optical hookup. We have it easily connection from the base to the speaker, quick plug-in for the audio. And then of course quick plug-in for the power, very easy to plug in and get set up. And then of course we have the Bluetooth connectivity. We don't have an aux port. That's probably one thing I wish it had. Usually with an aux port you get a little bit more direct, and sometimes you have a lag if you do USB. I was noticing when I was watching some YouTube videos, sometimes it would get a little behind with the Bluetooth. So if I had an aux port, I could plug right in and be good to go. So just for my use case, it would have made a little bit more sense, but the Bluetooth was super simple to connect and transmitted really good audio quality. So overall, the product is well put together, well designed, has good connectivity. Like I said, I wish the build quality was slightly better as far as like the plastic was concerned. But overall, it's not like something you're gonna be traveling with on the go with. As long as you set it up, leave it in place, you shouldn't have an issue with, it being jostled and stuff like that, like a laptop might. I review a lot of laptops on this channel. So I get a little picky about build quality because of laptops needing to be more of high build quality so they don't get beat up and damaged as you're traveling around. Like I said, this might not be an issue in that respect, but it is something I noticed. Links if ready to make a purchase, likes if this video has brought you some value, and subs if you don't want to miss out on the future uploads. I'll see you here in the next one.